Hi, today I want to talk to you about this brand new grant that HUD just came out with, and it's called the Housing Mobility Services Grant. It's $5 million that public housing authorities can request to serve Section 8, otherwise known as Housing Choice Voucher families, if they have at least one child under the age of 17 years old. So, HUD wants these families to transition and for the public housing authorities to open up the opportunity for these families to relocate, or once they're getting their Section 8 voucher coming off the waiting list, to encourage these families to rent in opportunity areas. Opportunity areas are areas with low crime, low poverty, great schools, great opportunities for employment. So in almost every area, there are opportunity areas, and HUD wants housing authorities with Section 8 programs to assist these families to secure housing in these areas. So the services that HUD wants the housing authorities to provide to the Section 8 families are pre-move assistance as well as post-move assistance. So a lot of times there are issues in the move that will prohibit the families from moving from where they currently are. So they will need assistance to transition from their previous residence into the new residence, which is located in the opportunity area. The grant also provide moving cost assistance, financial assistance to the residents. The grant also provide security deposit assistance. The grant also provide landlord and owner outreach to encourage and incentivize these landlords to rent to families with HCV vouchers. A lot of times there is a negative stigma associated with Section 8 families and families with housing choice vouchers. So the landlord must be educated to learn that these families are regular families and they need and deserve a clean, safe, and affordable place to reside. This grant also provides housing search assistance because sometimes the residents, the families do not know that these houses are available to them and that they can move there. And so they can be relocated there and they can get support for childcare and education assistance for their children to transition from the old school to the new school. They need assistance like finding jobs and help to relocate, which sometimes can be a very stressful process. So this grant will provide assistance to help these families to transition a little bit better with more ease. So this grant comes with a lot of support. This grant will provide case management services to these families to help them to transition from high crime, high poverty, inefficient and ineffective school systems, and transition them to opportunity areas with much better schools, low crime, and low poverty. And low poverty for HUD is defined as an area with a poverty rate of 10% or below. So that is really good if you're in a poverty area below 10%. So I highly encourage public housing authorities with a ACC contract to administer Section 8 vouchers and housing choice vouchers. Highly encourage you to apply for this $5 million grant. You can request up to $5 million to operate the program. It pays for salaries all the people you could ever need to help you to operate this grant. This grant funding pays for. So it pays for salaries, direct program expenses, supportive services for the residents, a 15% administrative cost rate, and all the funding that you need to operate the program successfully. So get your application started. There is a 24-page narrative, so you will definitely need assistance if you don't want to do it in-house. So get your application started as soon as possible to apply for and hopefully secure one of these grant funding to serve your housing choice voucher families.